Hello and welcome to SaltWire today for Thursday, May 18th. I'm your host, Kate Walker. It has now been a week since school support workers in Halifax went on strike. The CUPE Local 5047 group gathered in Parade Square today to make their voices heard as the strike enters its second week. Educational assistants, pre-primary staff, youth practitioners, and other school support workers are still off the job as they call for better wages and claim the government has refused to come back to the table to negotiate.
Government is not willing to talk to those parents and address the needs of those children, but yet they are firmly behind their inclusion-based funding model. So now government is, and we've all seen this too, advertising for replacement workers.
But there's concern for students with disabilities who need consistency and staff that know them and their routines.
They're trying to suggest that the families are upset with the union. The families are not upset with the union. The workers who support our children deserve to be paid a living wage. We want the government to pay them a living wage and get them back to work and get our children back in school.
Halifax area CUPE locals argue the cost of living in HRM working for HRCE is much higher than other areas across the province, and that is why they could not accept the contract that others did. A new Francophone school will open on the province's eastern shore. It was announced today a new modern school will replace École des Beaux-Marais in Porters Lake. It's part of the government's plan to update aging schools and meet the need of a growing population with overcrowded schools, including Acadian and Francophone communities. But questions about the school quickly shifted gears to getting answers from the government about the ongoing CUPE strike.
We want students in school. We want them to have the supports that are necessary and that they have a right to expect. We believe in the collective bargaining process. We've always been very clear on that. We believe in the collective bargaining process. Tough but honest negotiations.
Frankly, we have been very committed to is wage parity across the province. Everyone across the province should be entitled to comparable wages for doing the same job. And that's something that we've seen unions look for years, and sectors have been looking for years. And that's something that was negotiated within the course of this agreement and that CUPE agreed with and recommended to their members. So we're disappointed that hasn't resulted in ratification in HRCE.
The new school under the Conseil Scolaire Acadien Provincial, CSAP, will be for students from pre-primary to grade 8. The site of the school has yet to be chosen. It's expected to open September 2027. A new stretch of twinned highway in Pictou County means no more head-on collisions on a road that's been the site of far too many accidents and deaths. The Barneys River Volunteer Fire Department has been lobbying to get a section of Highway 104 near the area go from 2 lanes to 4, and now it's finally open. SaltWire's Aaron Beswick has the details.
A new stretch of twinned Highway 104 opened Wednesday. The 10-kilometre segment going over Weaver's Mound bypasses a stretch of 2-lane highway in Barneys River that has been the scene of many fatal accidents over the years. Few were more relieved to see it open than Barneys River Volunteer Fire Chief Joe McDonald, who led a campaign to have the road twinned.
I was the spokesperson, but I had a big team behind me, and they helped us put the envelope forward. And today is fruition of that. Hard work pays off, and it's great to see this highway twin.
What was the impetus? There were a lot of accidents, was there?
Yes, there was over 450 accidents on this stretch of highway that's being twinned, and over 25 deaths on the highway since 2009.
Okay, so I guess it comes as a relief to finally see it done.
Yes, a big relief. There'll still be accidents, but there won't be head-ons that are deadly.
This is Aaron Beswick reporting for the SaltWire Network.
The wildfire in Harbour, Shelburne County is almost out. The Department of Natural Resources and Renewables reported this morning the fire is still 90% contained, held at 56.5 hectares. 28 DNR staff, 3 volunteer firefighters, and 1 helicopter were on site earlier today. Firefighters were working to search and put out hot spots. The fire began on Sunday and people were forced from their homes. Smoke could be seen across the community and there was concern for little to no rain to provide relief. Most evacuees have now gone home. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire, presented by Scott Squires.
On this edition of the Atlantic Sports Wire, we're in downtown Halifax, where the legendary Halifax Mooseheads have captured the city's spirit for years. We hit the streets asking passionate fans the ultimate question: who is the greatest Mooseheads player of all time?
Jody.
I think it's hard.
Him and Benny. Benny played so long here, right? He played, 5 years here? Get the most games for any Mooseheads. Then, of course, you have Nate and then Drouin. Nate just went through everybody. Drouin stick handling around everybody, right? So that's a good players. Goes right back to Nagy and those guys, way back when.
I'd like to say Zach LaRue. I think one of the reasons why is because he is one of the best players on the team, and I believe that he'll be a difference maker in the NHL and have a good chance to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm going to go with Nathan McKinnon. That's the year they won everything. They were an unbeatable team that year.
Nathan McKinnon, hands down. You know, he went to the World Juniors. They didn't play him. They put him on the 4th line. He came back and he just exploded. You know, that was the year they won everything.
Who do you think is the greatest Mooseheads player ever? Leave a comment on the YouTube video. In Halifax, I'm Scott Squires for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thank you, Scott. On to weather now to see what's coming up in the forecast. We're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Thanks, Kate. Well, it was cool today, especially waking up this morning. We had some patchy frost. Parts of the province even got a bit of wet snow, but the sunshine was out this afternoon, so it was a beautiful day. And we will have sunshine and warming temperatures as we head into the upcoming long weekend. This evening we'll have clear skies and the temperature near 7 degrees, and a heads up, you might want to cover up those plants again tonight. Inland temperatures will be near 2 degrees, along the coast 5 degrees, so we could see some patchy frost developing once again, but mainly sunny tomorrow morning and mainly sunny throughout the day on our Friday with a high of 15 degrees. Southwest winds will gust 30 up to 50 kilometers per hour, so directly along the coast, the temperature will be closer to about 9-10 degrees. And I want to show you the 7-day forecast so you can completely plan your upcoming long weekend. We have sunshine and warm temperatures. It will be mild on Saturday, but rain returns to the forecast on Sunday as a cold front moves across the region. About 5 to 15 millimeters of rain in the forecast. Certainly beneficial rain. We do need it. The timing just a bit poor. We will see clearing through Victoria Day on Monday. It looks like the sunshine will return to the forecast with just a chance of showers, and high pressure dominates for much of next week, keeping sunshine in the forecast. So really, if you do have any plans for the long weekend, not a total washout, just plan around that rain on Sunday and perhaps early on Victoria Day Monday. Will be breezy throughout the entire weekend too. Very strong winds up to possibly 70 kilometers per hour on Sunday. Kate.
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com. And you can find us on social media. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Turn off the noise. Tune in to what matters. What matters is information you can trust. What matters is the news you can use to make life's big decisions. Informed healthcare choices, casting the smart vote, or opening that business. What matters is understanding the world around you. Let SaltWire connect you to what matters with unlimited access to the information you need for only $20 for the first year. Become a member today.